So please, Mad for Peace, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm speaking on behalf of Mad Foundation for Peace and Global Coalition for Limitation of Armaments. Also today I speak on behalf of people affected by war and arms trade. My name is Olga Krylova and I'm Ukrainian. My family and I were suffered from 2 Russian invasions. The first one was in 2014, when Russia occupied Donbas region and Crimea, and in 2021, during full-scale war within the whole territory of Ukraine. In 2014, we obtained the status of internally displaced persons, and in 2021, we became refugees. Thus, we stress the importance of public disclosure of all matters related to the arms trade. Full disclosure is the basis on which states and civil society rely in evaluating the forms of implementation of the ADT on the ground. That is why the Convention on Conventional Arms Trade emphasizes the need to enhance cooperation, transparency, and responsible action on the part of states parties in the international trade in conventional arms. Mr. President, the absence of the effective transparency system makes it easier for illegal traders to hide their operations. Also, reporting at the national level on governments, exports, and imports of arms is the main pillar through which civil society, journalists, and concerned citizens can ensure that governments fulfill their obligations in implementing the provisions of the Convention. Mr. President, we are aware about the mechanisms according to which the countries have agreed to provide selected information on their arms exports and imports. These mechanisms highlight the value of monitoring arms flow to detect potentially destabilizing accumulation of weapons. However, we see the problem on what kind of information the contracting states will be obliged to report and what information they have to provide on a voluntary basis. Many member states publish minimum data on their exports and imports of conventional weapons, which threatens international stability. Mr. President, the concealment and lack of transparency in the reporting of arms exports and imports to both Armenia and Azerbaijan, for example, has fueled the conflict between them, and then committing more violations of all relevant laws and norms, especially that Russia hides information about its exports of ballistic missiles to Armenia in 2016. Also, Israel hides all major arms exports to Azerbaijan. Mr. President, Maat Foundation for Peace and Global Coalition for Limitation of Armaments emphasize that transparency and reporting are essential components of effective dual-use controls and the arms trade. Therefore, we recommend to strengthen multilateral transparency instruments in the field of arms transfers in order to ensure the effective and consistent use of arms transfer controls aimed at reducing the possibility of armed conflicts. At the national level, governments must publish detailed annual statistics on arms imports and exports, and at the international level, the UN Arms Register should gradually be expanded to include all types of munitions, including small arms and light weapons. Thank you, Mr. President.
I thank the distinguished representative of Mad for Peace, Labor and Human Rights.